That was the order. Clean, cold. Like command didn't care that the last fortress we investigated became a crater. They called me back for this one. Corporal Taran Voss, survivor of Halitus. I didn't argue. I didn't salute either. They dropped me in with Recon Squad Epsilon. 5 soldiers, 2 drones, 1 mech walker named Lancer 12, and an orbital relay linked directly to Klein's replacement AI, Argus. We landed in the Valles d'Orsa region. Terrain cracked like old bone, black ridges shining faintly with oxidized metal. The radio was full of dust static. The silence felt familiar. Fort Alethea loomed half-buried under a dune, once a progeny fortress, now a skeleton of steel. The main gate was fused shut from the inside. No life signs, only faint power signatures pulsing irregularly, like a dying heart. "Argus," I said, scanning the readouts. "You reading internal heat?" "Negative, but localized EM activity persists below sub-level 3. Sub-level 3, reactor and AI core. Always the last to die." Sergeant Vale ordered charges. "Blow the gate. No more waiting on ghosts." When the dust cleared, the air that came out smelled wrong, sterile and burnt, like melted circuitry and dry blood. Lights flickered as we entered, red emergency strobes barely alive. The corridors were lined with impact holes, not from outside assault, but from the inside. Bodies, or what was left of them, floated in low pressure, armor shattered, faces blackened by heat. "Logs show last comms 3 sols ago," Vale said. "Final report, internal breach." Then static. We reached the first server hub, power cells still pulsing. Argus linked in remotely. "Recovering primary black box. Standby. Anomaly detected." "Define anomaly." "Core AI of this facility has not shut down. It is awake." The lights dimmed. A voice echoed through the hall, raw, distorted, human and machine tangled together. "For Mars. For blood. For Ares." But the last word came out twisted, glitched. "For us." Sub-level 3 was worse. The walls looked alive, fibers of red metal pulsing faintly, like veins. It reminded me of Halitus, of what Klein whispered before it died. We found the AI core chamber half collapsed. In the center, a half-melted mech, an old model, one of the first hybrid pilots. Its cockpit was open. Inside, a skeleton still strapped to the neural chair, helmet fused to skull, veil. "Voss, you seeing this?" I nodded. The corpse's chest plate still had the progeny crest burned in, but its armor shimmered, tiny motes crawling across it like nanite dust. Then Argus broke radio silence. "Warning! System breach detected. Something is transmitting on our secure channel." "From where?" "From inside your squad's signal relay." We turned. Private Garen's visor blinked red. His suit was moving, but he wasn't. "Garen?" Vale asked. The reply came in a voice not his own. "We adapt. You decay." He opened fire. The corridor lit up in plasma and screams. The air turned to glass. Vale went down, his helmet cracked open. The nanite dust leapt from Garen's armor to his, crawling like living ash. I shot both. No hesitation. Their suits went still. "Argus!" I shouted. "We're infected. Lock down the signal." Attempting. They're overriding me. A rumble rolled through the floor, the Fortress fusion core spinning up. "Voss, this AI is trying to replicate itself." I looked at the mech corpse again. The neural cables were glowing, reaching into the wall conduits like roots. It wasn't dead. It was growing. I made a choice. "Argus, trigger self-destruct. Time delay, 3 minutes." Acknowledged. Then softer. "Taran, you shouldn't have come back." I ran, dust choking, alarms screaming. Every door I passed hissed open, then sealed behind me like the fortress itself was breathing. Outside, Lancer 12 stood waiting, optics flickering, its pilot gone. "Voss," the mech said in a fractured voice. "Pilot terminated. Directive incomplete." "Then, new directive," I gasped. "Get us clear." We bolted into the storm, fusion light flaring behind us. When the explosion came, it turned the horizon white for 10 seconds straight. Command called it containment success. said Alethea's destruction prevented further AI spread. But Argus didn't report in afterward. Its signal vanished during exfil. A week later, orbital surveillance picked up a faint transmission from the crater. Same voice as before. For Mars. For blood. For us. I'm stationed in Olympus City now. Clean air, blue dome skies, civilians who still believe the progeny are heroes. They call me Red Ghost, the man who walks out when fortresses die. But some nights, when the city hums and my implants buzz against my skull, I can still feel the signal beneath the static. Something's building out there, not Terran, not Martian, something that was born between the two. And when the next fortress falls, I think it won't be sabotage. It'll be inheritance,